Hey, what is up, fellow Raiders? This is Vulcan Dan, and in today's free-to-play friendly Raid Shadow Legends video, we are going to talk about this special Ice Golem tournament that will begin tomorrow. And I'm going to talk about 10 epic champions that are going to be very good for this special Ice Golem tournament. And you're only allowed to use champions from the Corrupted Alliance. So these are your Demon Spawn, Knights, Revenant, Undead Hordes, and Dark Elves. So yeah, so we do have a lot of good epic champions for this one. Of course, there will be a lot of great legendary champions that will be great for this special Ice Golem tournament. But I want to focus on the epic champions, especially for those free-to-play players or budget or low spenders out there, in case you don't have a lot of these legendary champions. And also, I like to talk about these special tournaments because, well, one, not a lot of content creators talk about these. Maybe it's not the sexiest kind of content, but for free-to-play players, it's actually quite good to try to do these tournaments because you do get some slightly better rewards than your other tournaments if you have the right champions for the job. So and you can most of the time get these rewards, probably some books, some ancient shards, with just very minimal effort, very few energy spent. Sometimes you just need to spend like 10 runs and you can already get that ancient shard if not a lot of players in your group decides to go hard for that tournament. All right. And before we get to that, I just want to mention we also have, of course, we're expecting that Christmas Fusion that will come up very soon. So we do have this Fusion warm-up event wherein you are expected to summon champions to get points here. You do have a limit of 20 points per day, and this will go on for 4 days. So you have to summon 20 or get 20 points during each day. So you can just simply summon 20 mystery shards. So that's what I did. I pulled 20 mystery shards and I got all 20 points for the day. Make sure you do that every single day for the 4 days to get this 2 ancient shards at the very end right there. So yeah, that's it. Getting ready for that Christmas fusion. So let's get to it. Let's get to the Corrupted Alliance. It's these 4 right here. I will not again talk about the legendary champions, but if you happen to have some of these, of course, a lot of these champions are great. Of course, we have Duchess, we have Prince Kaimar, we have Sisia, we have Inithui as well. So basically, what you want to look for the Ice Golem is decrease attack, anything that can help you stay alive longer, because the Ice Golem will be a much longer fight. So you would want a more defensive team. You don't really want to nuke the Ice Golem down as fast as you can because that might cause your entire team to wipe. So bring more defensive champions with decreased attack, shields, increased defense, block debuffs, heals, maybe some revives. So yeah, so that's what you want to focus on for the Ice Golem. So talking about the epics, for the Demon Spawn, actually not a lot of great epics here for the Ice Golem, but we do have Magnar, which is a relatively new champion. He is HP based and he is a damage dealer, an HP based damage dealer, which is great for the Ice Golem because of course you want your damage dealers to deal damage, but of course also to stay alive. So he hits really hard, but he also can take a lot of hits himself because he is HP based. So of course, you don't have to build any attack on him because all of his damage comes from HP. And yeah, his A2 right here hits really hard, places an extra hit on enemies without HP burn, and will has a 50% chance of placing a stun for 1 turn on enemies under HP burn. So yeah, so Magnar, that's really all there is to it on for him. He brings decreased defense as well. So yeah, very cool looking champion as well for the Ice Golem. But for the Demon Spawn, that's basically my best recommendation. We have, of course, Gorlos Helma here, although he's not really part of my my list of 10 epic champions, because while he's great for this decreased defense, you might deal too much damage. Yeah, so you want to really try to slow down the way you deal damage to the boss, and he is a squishy attack based champion as well. But if you're confident, maybe you have a Duchess or some way to revive your squishy attack type champions, then he can do a good job there as well. All right, let's move to the Undead Hordes. We have quite a few here. We have Mausoleum Mage. So I don't think this guy gets talked about a lot in recent months. He used to be one of the best epics in the game when the game first started, but now I don't really see him being talked about a lot. He has this decreased speed on his A1, which is great for the Ice Golem. He has this increased crit rate, increased defense, and block debuffs on a 3-turn cooldown on his A2, which is great as well. You want block debuffs against the Ice Golem because he has a chance to place freeze, and that chance goes up the more if the side ads are still alive. So you want to take those down first, or if you can bring someone with a block revive, that would be great as well. And he can remove all debuffs from all allies and heal as well. So yeah, he's a great champion, very good defensive champion. And we have Vogoth as well. Vogoth, of course, is well known for this passive. Whenever he's attacked, will heal all allies by 50% of the damage received. He also has a great AoE provoke for those waves, and he has this nice 3-hitter A1 that will increase the duration of one random debuff on the target by 1 turn. It can proc for each hit, so this is a nice A1 as well. And of course, he is HP based, so he can last long in the fight. All right. And lastly, for this faction, we have Dark Elhain. Now, I don't really like to recommend attack-based champion for the Ice Golem, but if you have someone to revive or someone to keep Dark Elhain alive, she's very good because of her passive. Whenever someone in your team gets frozen by the Ice Golem, she has this chance to activate her A2, which is a hard-hitting nuke. But again, you might want to stop her from nuking too hard. So you might want to reduce her damage in case you built her up to really hit really hard, because your team might wipe. But if you have a way to keep your entire team alive or to revive, then yes, you can use this Dark Elhain right here. All right, moving on to the Dark Elves. We have, of course, Caden for the revives, but he also has an AoE decrease attack and A1 provoke. So yeah, so it would be wise to bring a reviver for the Ice Golem, because some of your champions will most likely die, especially your squishier attack champions. Speaking of attack champions, we have Dark Kale. In case you already got him from that from your Doom Tower runs from the secret rooms, then yeah, Dark Kale, of course, all about the poisons. In case you're not aware, poisons work very well against the Ice Golem, because when he hits that threshold wherein he's supposed to do that AoE nuke, if he crosses that using poison damage, then he will not do that AoE nuke. So that would save you a lot of time and a lot of, getting hit by that huge AoE nuke from the Ice Golem. So, and of course, Dark Kale brings decreased attack as well. Also has this nice passive that decreases the crit rate of enemies under 2 or more poisons. And he has this poisons and poison sensitivity, which of course will help with those poison damage. And hopefully, you don't get hit quite as much if you have a lot of poisons on the Ice Golem boss. So yeah, so Dark Kale is great. We also have Sylar, which I unfortunately don't have yet. She is a very, very good support champion. Can also be used in some end game Doom Tower teams. AoE A1, AoE A2 as well, with decreased accuracy and a decreased speed and 40% turn meter reduction on her A2. So yeah, she's really great. Would really love to have her on my roster. But as you can see, I don't have a single epic from the Dark Elves. We also have Madame Ceres, which brings both decreased defense and decreased attack. with a buff removal. Now, of course, she's well known for the arena, but she also works well for the Ice Golem because she does place a shield on herself as well, and when attacked, will under shield will place fear, and yeah, she has some. She can place block debuffs as well and can steal buffs from the enemy. So yeah, Madame Ceres can work well against the Ice Golem, especially if we need an AoE decrease defense and decrease attack. And let's move on to the Knight's Revenant. We have Miscreated Monster, of course, with his AoE stun, but for the boss itself, you want this A3 with ally protection and heals. Yeah, and lastly, we have Doom Priest. Of course, you want Doom Priest, especially for her passive, which is an AoE heal every single turn and a debuff removal every single turn to get rid of those freezes. And you don't really care about her A1 or her A2, although increased attack can come in handy. But yeah, it's really all about this passive right there. Just build her really fast, really tanky, and she will keep your entire team alive and free of debuffs. Now, just want to mention some honorable mentions. Of course, you can bring someone like a Sepulcher with her increased defense and block debuffs with increased attack, and also that cool passive that will block damage. We also have Rector Droth here for her revives and veils, so that's also quite handy. For the Dark Elves, who do we have? You can also bring Captain Tamila, just in case you have built her up. She's also quite useful for providing those defensive buffs. Who else do we have here? But yeah, all right, so those are my recommendations. Of course, we do have some rares as well. If you pick Kale as your starter, he will be great. If you have a Pain Keeper, will be great with her AoE heals as well, especially with her decreasing of cooldowns. So yeah, we do have a lot of rare options, but I just wanted to share some of the epics. And of course, for legendaries, I don't want to really talk about them, but there's a lot of options. But really, you just want to be more defensive than offensive against the Ice Golem. Alright, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck to you if ever you decide to go for this special Ice Golem tournament. Of course, the Christmas Fusion is a few days away. We are also expecting a ×2 Ancient Shard weekend to coincide with that Christmas Fusion. So we want to get as many Ancient Shards as we can, and I think this special Ice Golem tournament can really help with that one. And yeah, that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you found this useful. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want more free-to-play friendly content. I also upload every single day. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video.